Okay, so what would you say about the people who will think like, well, passport bros are trying to get out of America to go control women somewhere else because they can't do it back home?
Now we live in a world full of sin, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, some passport bros said that, like, passport bros traveling to meet women where they can feel like a man. I don't want to say to control women. I feel like being a man is a natural thing.
Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda. My name is Janita Maya and this is the REPAT podcast. I'll let our guest tell you who he is.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy No Excuse. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. But yeah, just here traveling, visiting Africa. This time around, South Africa. Right now, I'm in Uganda, going to hit up Tanzania, and I'm just glad to be here.
You're welcome.
All right. Shout out to Brother Robin. Known him for a long time. And he said he's gonna come through. I believed him too. I knew he was gonna come through. So we've been talking for a few years here, and he's here. And so glad to see our brother. Let's get into the topic.
Yes, Oshay, take the lead.
So you had some. At first, you were going to Colombia, and you were living there. A lot of the brothers was going there, but you decided to come. I forgot what it was like 2 years ago. You went to South Africa, right? Okay, and a lot of brothers, a lot of black men, African American men, have been leaning more towards the DR, Brazil. Then now you have the passport bros. They're kind of more to Thailand now, and Africa is kind of not really being considered. And first of all, what got you wanting to even come to the continent when you were, currently, you were over there in Colombia?
I think I put a lot of pressure on myself. I was turning 40 at the time, and I was like, you know what? And I was engaged, so I was like, I gotta accomplish these milestones before I turn 40, before I get married. I gotta visit the continent. So I was just like, I gotta do it. So I did it. I had specific reasons why I chose South Africa and Ethiopia at the time.
Okay.
Primarily South Africa buying land, and then Ethiopia, I was interested in learning more about their religious history because they're the only country in Africa that wasn't colonized. So that was intriguing to me. And, that's just what I wanted to go for. I didn't really have a lot of expectations. I was actually hoping I didn't like it so I could go back to my comfort zone. But then it turned out I fell in love with South Africa, man. And then, my talking points and influence have changed ever since.
I remember we did an interview. And you was like, when you got off the plane, you thought somebody was about to be playing a drum, ready to welcome you.
The year of return.
I never forget that. So what city did you go to first?
So I had went to Johannesburg first because that was the city I flew into.
Yes.
And then I made my way to Cape Town, and then I saved the last for Durban because some people was like, hit up Durban. Yeah. And Durban ain't really talked about too much. Right. But I was like, I'm a person that if I'm going to go to Africa, I'm going to do it all because I might not come back. So I went to Durban, and I end up enjoying Durban the most out of all of them. Right.
I keep hearing that, man. I have to go down there, get my rands together. Now, we want to talk about a different topic, but I'm going to live life on the edge. I have a little bit of a mature crowd over here at Kinganda. So you we're married to. I am married. Currently married, right? To somebody.
You're currently married?
Yeah.
Currently married. Okay. Legally married.
Legally married. The word is legally. In Colombia, right? But of course, a lot of black men are flocking there and things like that. What is the difference that you would say, let's say interacting or dating women in Latin America or Colombia or dating a woman from South Africa?
It's a great question. Great question. So I primarily dated black women abroad. Right. So, wife is Afro-Colombian, black Colombian. So my experience is dating, let's say, Afro-Brazilians, Afro-Colombians, black Dominicans, even though they don't acknowledge themselves being black. But what I've noticed being married is that in Latin culture, or in Latin America, period, the women aren't as submissive as guys thought or preached about. They are nice, and a lot of times guys conflict niceness with being submissive.
Mm-hmm.
And them being nice is just those women will cook for you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be respectful, but they're not going to let you control them.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realized, especially with Latin men, specifically Colombia, a lot of the fathers, they're not controlling how we envision Latin fathers to be.
Yeah.
They're very more hands off, and the women, pretty much are the authoritarians. So that being said, when it comes to Africa, where fathers are more authoritarian, women are more accustomed to being submissive. They're more accustomed to a man being controlling, being demanding, things of that nature. And so what I found out in my marriage is that being a passport bro, looking for submission, looking for cooperation, looking for all these things we say we look for. And to kind of come to find out that the proximity of these countries in South America, they aren't too different from
women in America. Yeah.
Africa being further away has lesser influence, even though South Africa have a lot of American influence.
Yes.
They still have
more tradition.
Fathers have more authority. They're used to authoritarian men. Right. And so, therefore, it's not really a culture shock dating a man that wants to be in control versus in Latin America.
Right.
Men aren't really in control. The father's not really in control like that.
When you say control, you mean like, because some people are going to be like, what does he mean control?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Clarify that. Because I think all men in a way want to control something. We just might not want to say it. But when you say control, what are you talking about?
I mean, being in control is telling your woman what to do. And she should trust that you're telling her to do something. You're not putting her in danger.
Right.
It's for a good purpose.
Yes.
It's leadership.
Yes.
I'm the CEO.
Yes.
CEOs direct people to do stuff.
Right.
I'm the CEO of my last name Incorporated.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? So if I have a directive and you supposedly trusted me and invested in me,
right,
you have to follow through with it. Every directive you're not gonna like.
There you go.
But what if you are wrong? Are you open to listening to her if she has a suggestion or something?
What can a mid 20-year-old tell a young 40-year-old he's wrong about? That's accomplished. If I'm accomplished, I have a bachelor's in chemistry, an MBA in finance. I know how business run.
Okay.
I'm not going to be right 100% of the time. I'm going to be right 90% of the time.
Okay.
So you're betting on yourself that you're betting on that I'm wrong this 10%.
Yeah, but like you say, she may not know everything, but there's certain things women can be able to see that you're not able to see yourself. You can have all the degrees in the world, but it's that woman intuition that we have that.
And when I was her age, I saw what she was seeing, and now I know she was wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So let me say this. I know people are not gonna like what he's saying in a way because, a lot of things as men when it's talking about like controlling or telling us to do something. Now I'm not telling you go out there and jump off the bridge. We're not talking about like that because a lot of women we try to tell them, hey, you shouldn't go out there, you shouldn't do this, and they be having a problem with it, like. To the point, and I'm noticing it to a certain degree, they want you to go out there and make sacrifices for them, provide, take care of them. But now a man is trying to tell you, look, I'm doing things that I don't like to do to take care of you, make sure that you have an easier life. Now, I don't know how many times we gonna, you tell somebody, I won't go on a detail, you shouldn't do this. Please don't do this. They do it anyway. Who are you to tell me this and that? But it's like, then they get in a situation where now they need your help. But I told you not to do that. And, people think that, that's wrong for a man. But a man is looking at trying to protect you. Sometimes the sisters from even their own bad decisions. And it comes off as you're controlling or it comes off as, you're not doing the right thing. But when it comes time to get some money or whatever, then you want somebody to do that. Or when it comes time to do, well, it's like we can't spend that money there right now. Or we can't do X, Y, and that right now. You know what I mean? And So some women want to just do whatever they want to do. Then you don't have the money to do X, Y, and Z, or you can't see the vision to sacrifice. And you said you want to be with me, but you're not listening. And I think that that's going to get taken on the conscience. Oh, men are trying to be controlling. It's like, well, what do you want the man to do? That's what a man is supposed to be. That's what he's going to do. Not just because I feel like I have, a penis and you have that, so I'm better than you. It's, hey, listen, here's what we need to do to go X, Y, and Z. It'll be times that you be wrong, and a lot of times women can see things that men can't. And if we can see it, okay, that's fine. I can accept it. But, the man is the leader. That doesn't mean that you're going to be oppressed or nothing like that. Because when somebody breaking in the house, you're going to want the man to get up there and fight to protect you, right? But you don't want to follow what he got to say. And I think that's what men are looking for because they want to lead their family. They want to lead,
Yeah, you've brought up her age, the 20-something. Do you think if you had dated someone who was close to your age, do you think should have been more submissive?
Great question.
No, because the more things a woman been through, experience, the more she's gonna push back. It's education, right?
Mm-hmm.
Years of life is education, the more pushback. You want to have some room to mold your woman. And in return, she's molding you too because you're conforming to her needs and things, etc. So, no, it'll be worse. It's more difficult dating an older woman, especially it's more difficult dating a woman because she comes with experience. She's more clever. She's trying to outthink you.
Yeah.
And so it just becomes a mental.
What would you think about now mental like chess match all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you say about the people who will think like, well, passport bros are trying to get out of America to go control women somewhere else because they can't do it back home?
That's the title of this episode.
what would they because this one's a feminist, but what would you say to that?
I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it's natural order. It's natural. The natural order of things is for men to lead.
Right.
You can't lead if you have no control over anything.
Right.
That's what part of being a leader. If you have no control over anything, then it's like a partnership. It's just we splitting roles.
Right.
For the leader, it's no splitting roles. It's like I know what I'm responsible for because if we fail, the ultimate blame comes on me.
Right.
Think of Adam and Eve, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Adam was controlling, would Eve ate the apple?
Nope.
Now we live in a world full of sin, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, some passport bro said that, like, Adam should have been controlling.
Okay.
That was the downfall of, people could say that's the downfall of man. So passport bros traveling to meet women where they can feel like a man. I don't want to say to control women. I feel like being a man is a natural thing. Controlling is a natural
it's an element
thing of being a man.
Right, which is being called toxic masculinity now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to split 50-50 with your guy? Since you don't want somebody to control you, do you want to?
This is not about me.
No, I'm just saying. Would you like to do that?
Let us know in the comment section.
No, I'm serious.
Let the ladies let us. It's not about me.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just saying in general. Would you like that? I think I know the answer. So let's talk about the South African ladies. Obviously, South Africa, they have many different people and personalities, but you find yourself, if you were to date a South African lady, she's okay with being with a man that wants to be the leader and wants to chase the leadership.
That. And two, it's a language. It's a language thing too. So there are, let's say, Afro-Latinas that can speak English, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times they learn English through formal education, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't really they don't reinforce it through social media, like social media, love and hip hop, music, etc. Africans, they learn English, but it's reinforced through our music, everything that. Yeah. So they understand our lingo. They understand context.
Yeah.
And I can speak for Kenyans and South Africans. You can have a very fluid conversation and feel like you talking to one of your homegirls back in the hood.
Yeah.
You know, talking to an Afro-Latina that can speak English, a lot of things gonna be taken out of context.
Okay.
You're not gonna have. It's gonna be fluent, but it's not gonna be fun.
Okay.
It's gonna be like it's not gonna be fun, like laughing and joking.
Right.
You know, so with I would say with South African women, you just kind of get that American homegirl feeling from conversation, but on top of that, you get obviously beauty, you get some form of culture, and you know they still respect. You know, they still respect the man. And when it comes to marriage, when you paying, they call it lobola, like the dowry.
Yeah, dowry.
You have family holding a daughter accountable. In Latin America, even in my current situation, I can't go to the father and say, "Hey, I'm having issues." They siding with her.
Oh,
I go to a, and I'm generalized, but I go to a typical African father, and I'm like, "Hey, you know, we having problems." He gonna be wanting to check his. He gonna be wanting to check his daughter. Even the mama probably a checker too.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true here in Uganda too, right?
So that's the thing that I would say I was kind of surprised about is that the family support. Me getting the family support as far as reinforcement,
right?
I would get it better. I would get more of that treatment in Africa.
Well, but you know, as if you're doing the right thing as a man, obviously.
Right.
Because the moment you lay a hand on another,
No, but that is that true also here in Uganda?
For different regions, I guess it can be true. It is true somewhere, but then some fathers love their daughters no matter what, and their daughters can do no wrong.
But am I paying?
There's that, but then
paying him? Am I paying him like a bride price?
Yeah, just because you paid bride price doesn't mean you have
his support.
You can do whatever you want. No,
I don't have his support.
No, he's loyal to his blood, not you who just came in with a few cows. Anyway.
But at least you can negotiate that, though.
Yeah, you can negotiate. What I'm trying to say is they'll hold the child accountable if she's in wrong, definitely. Yeah, they'll hold her accountable. It's called the Senga talk. They'll have the old aunties talk to her, you know. That's not how you treat your man, or this is what you should be doing, so that you can correct yourself, and so that they encourage marriage. Like, you work it out.
That's what brothers is looking at stuff like that.
Work it out. Don't just wake up one day and say, "Oh my God, no, I'm unhappy. Oh, bye." But then they also know that if the situation is bad for you, instead of receiving a dead body, they would rather receive
right.
You know,
no, I feel that
situation.
But just like in America, when you I guess Latin America too, a lot of black men, because for us, we typically don't have big families anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we just, most of the people, I guess Latin America has that problem too now. There is no father there for the most part. In Black America, for sure. Right. So really, you dealing with the mom, and the mom, ain't had no successful relationship and things like that. And the one thing I do like about, I had a girlfriend that was from South Africa. She ended up getting pregnant by a guy from Ghana, but the guy from Ghana had to pay damages, something like that. And so I do like that community element.
Yeah.
Wanting to see the family, want to be together and things like that. Whereas in America, the mom might be like, "Girl, just leave." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is that what's happening with in your situation in Colombia?
Yeah, I'll tell you one of the biggest things too. And a lot of guys in the U.S. they criticize the idea of paying a dowry, but I think it's better because you know how people stereotype. Foreign women, they say, you marry them, you're going to be taking care of them and the family. It's kind of true. It's very indirect. Now, when you take, in any culture, right, when you take a daughter, especially if she's a producing daughter, when you take her out the family, it's a loss for them, right?
Yeah.
That's why you supposedly pay a dowry. It's a loss for them.
Yes.
You're paying them. Same thing in Latin America. They don't have a dowry system in Latin America. So you know what replaces a dowry? You. Giving them you
all the time.
Every time.
You're not giving them to the family, but you're helping your wife out, and she's in turn helping them out.
Yeah.
And it's perpetual.
Yeah.
And so they're dependent on her for life,
Right.
Whereas when a dowry, correct me if I'm wrong, once you pay that dowry, once you married, that family let y'all live.
It depends on the family. If your girl was taking care of her family way before, she's going to continue taking care of the family even after she's married. So it depends on that. But you said something behind the scenes. We'll clip this out if you're not okay with it. You said you do not like an ambitious woman.
I'll explain. Yeah, I mean, I'm successful.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I mean, Kevin Samuels preached about that all the time. Like, it'd be different if I was just an average guy. I don't consider myself an average guy. I'm top 10 in any category you want to put me in. So that ambition is going to get in the way of you being there for me trying to direct you. Because if you're ambitious, you're going to have resentment because you're going to feel like I'm holding you back. So I'd rather a woman that, so it's easier, I'll put it like this, it's easier for a woman to be submissive when she don't want to do shit. I mean, it's easy because I'm not asking her to do anything that's getting in the way of what she's trying to do. Right. So like a woman that's, I want to start, I mean, it's cool. Like, I want to start a business. Now, if I have to meet you already doing that.
Right,
if
right.
I'm meeting you and you like, I want to start a business. I want to go back to school. I want to get a job.
Yeah.
Now I'm meeting you. I'm getting comfortable with you not doing shit. And then now you want to do shit.
Right.
And it's making me uncomfortable because I didn't get to know you in that element.
But if you saw her doing that, that'd be different.
If I met her in that element, I'll be accustomed to it.
Yes.
To a certain extent.
Because you feel like she's gonna start changing and things gonna
exactly.
Yeah. Wouldn't you say that's selfish? Because God forbid that you end up separating or divorcing. Then what does she remain with? She has nothing because she had no ambition.
Well, she gets what we built during the marriage. You know what I mean? So if I got real estate, that real estate has accrued equity, right? So if we got a divorce, if there's equity built in our home, I gotta split that. If we build businesses that she helped me build,
right.
I gotta cut her some. So she not high and dry. If we have a child, which which is typically a safety net for women having a child, child support is the new alimony now. So she can't be cut high and dry, but she got to help build. Now, if she leaves or divorces and we ain't built shit, you're not gonna get shit because you ain't built.
Right. Let me kind of okay, dealing with women that I had a girlfriend that was in the UK and she wanted a job, but she one of the few ladies I ever met, she wanted to be a mother. Like that was what she wanted. She's very smart, but she wanted to be a mother and she wanted to be a wife. Like she was more concerned with being that than chasing corporate America and things like that. I feel like women who want to chase corporate bags, corporate America, which is great. I mean, I'm not intimidated by that. But then at the end of the day, as a person that's very ambitious myself, I think dating somebody or marrying somebody that's like me is going to be like, I'm always busy. I'm always running around doing stuff like that. Don't mean that she ain't got to be a loser or nothing like that, but y'all like a woman who wants to be, the things that I'm not. That don't mean that she don't have to be, she can have a business, she can have or whatever, but a woman that wants to be more or less, domestic. Maybe she don't want to work like 15 hours a day like me. Maybe she wants to work like 5 or 6 but she wants to make sure we got our kids have everything. We got a community around what we do. Maybe she wants to sleep in a little bit longer. She wants to run things from the home. Because being a mother is a full-time job. Like that's one thing I've learned about being a wife and a mother. Like having Ken Ghana as a business here in Africa. I got my first taste of fatherhood dealing with y'all. That is a full-time job. And a mother is like worse. You got to wake up, you got kids, take them to school, feed them, take them to, appointments, pick them up from school, take them to, do shopping. get somebody to help you cook. You got bills to pay. You have friends to meet. That's hard. Then you got a husband that, wants to do things with you when you get home and all that. That's a lot of, and then they say that you want to go in the industry and do that. It's unrealistic. And it just doesn't work. And now women find themselves overextended. You know what I mean? Now you have this business. You have no time for your husband. You have these kids. You're stressed out all the time. And I just think that it's not realistic. I think what we need to do is, and this is controversial, but I'm going to say it. I think a lot of men need to come together and build communities around women to make it easier for them so that they can have the money coming in and work less if they desire to do so. Because women are not robots. They can't be raising kids, having babies, and having to work all the time and they're worried about who they kids. Some women don't want their kids being babysitted by somewhere else. Right. I think the way he might say it, women might take it offensive, but being a woman is hard. Being a mother, that's the hardest job in the world.
It is.
A mother and a wife. Men, we don't know what y'all gonna be going through. We don't care. Hey, girl, I'm home. Let's go in the room.
Right.
Yeah. It's a lot. But do you want your kids to be raised by someone with ambition or without? It's like,
how should I say? The highest percentage is 100%, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm 90,
yes,
and you 90, it's too much.
Right. It's true. It's true.
I'm at 90, ambition wise. Now would I want a Beyonce? Her and Jay have a good dynamic. Mm-hmm. You probably don't have to be controlling. He found a woman that can focus on him, be faithful, and he, I guess, allegedly cheated and she stayed with him. Like, she's a rare breed with money and beautiful. She's atypical.
Yes.
But there's not a lot of Beyoncés out there, so it's a numbers game. So Jay-Z can't replace Beyonce.
Right.
I could replace a non-ambitious woman. I could replace there's more abundance. So I don't feel like I'm stuck in that situation. And so beef. And I made this statement that, how you say you can't turn a H into a housewife.
Yeah.
You can't turn an entrepreneur into a housewife.
You can't. That's true.
So,
or entrepreneur male into a house husband. It just ain't you.
That now house husbands. There's so many of them.
See, your sentiment is, it's like, damn, like, what is it for women that want to be ambitious? Like, is there no hope for them? There's guys that's cool with that. You can be ambitious for different things. You can be ambitious for education, ambitious for business, ambitious to be a wife.
Yes.
So if she's ambitious to be a wife, that's a good character.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily mean like as far as a businesswoman or a working woman or money. Yeah. It's ambition to be a wife.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And let me just say this. I have my GM. Hi, Rachel. Rachel is a great business lady. But I can also see Rachel having like 95 kids somewhere in Masaka, whatever. You know what I mean? Like not being helping the husband achieve something. Some women have that ability to do both. They can multitask. But I think what a lot of men are seeing, like, damn, if look at Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. So a lot of men that got money are saying, okay, I don't want to, and it's kind of the opposite of what he's saying. Most men that got money are like, man, I get with a chick that don't have anything. She's only with me because she don't have anything. So that's why you see like Michael B. Jordan dating like Lori Harvey. You always see those guys dating chicks that are, have a lot of money, because the reason is they got something to lose. The issue with that, and I can understand that, but, those chicks don't really feel like they need to respect you sometimes. A lot, and so you have somebody that don't have nothing to lose, but, they're on the same level as you. Mm-hmm. So as a man, it's hard for you to get your respect that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They might scream and yell all day in the bedroom, but then after that, they don't want to listen. They want to do whatever they want to do. Like I have one of my best friends is a dentist. His wife was just, where your wife at? Oh man, she went to Mexico for 3 weeks with her friends. I said, what?
Girl Street.
I'm like, your wife did what? I can never imagine that my wife, you gonna leave me for 3 weeks and go whatever?
Yeah.
No, you're not. Not stay married to me.
You guys survive.
You get back, your shit gonna be outside waiting on you. I can't wait till you get back. No, you're not going to no girl shit when you married to me. Hell no.
What are you saying? Even 2 days or a day?
No, you're not going to nothing. What you talking about?
What, she can have time with her girls?
About 30, 45 minutes.
No.
Girls trips? We all know what happened on those kind of trips.
Muslim women can have girls trips?
Yeah.
Hell no.
What do you mean?
Out of the country? What, maybe the Muslim women in Kampala.
If they do, if they wanted, they can.
We had one girl here.
She
She knows she was Sunni or Shiite Muslim. She didn't even know.
No, but you can't be around your man 24/7.
A girl trip.
Get tired.
A girl trip.
What's wrong with it?
2 weeks.
To recharge and rejuvenate. Yeah.
You're going to be rejuvenated in a divorce courtroom. I'm leaving your ass.
You know that ain't happening in Saudi Arabia.
No. Hell no.
But they do. You know when they go to the mall and they're like, they meet up in the mall.
That's fine. That is fine.
That's a mini girls trip.
That's fine.
They're
Take your
meeting up for
go
coffee.
right there to Westgate, Nairobi. You have all the coffee you want. You have your ass back home by 10.
They covered too, right? They covered also, right?
Yeah. No, you want to go out there with a bikini on and have a twerk fest. Look at me on the yacht, shaking my ass.
Okay.
Yeah, ow. That's what we're talking about, them kind of girls trip. And we know that women be out there doing everything under the sun, ain't got no business doing. That's the situation. And you can't be married to no real man doing that. No, you're not going to not married to me on no girl trip like that. You're going to be divorced.
We honestly can't wait for your marriage.
And when it do happen, if my wife decides to do that, she will know before. I'm leaving you for sure. No doubt about it.
Okay.
Better have your ass at that house.
She needs to have a life.
She can have a life. You can go to the village for Christmas.
I see.
Yeah.
What is she like a princess? Anyway.
Yeah, you go to Dubai. I'm going to Dubai too. You didn't believe me here.
I should send you some pictures.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rob, have you dated an African, like not hook up, dated an African girl?
No, I haven't.
Don't lie.
Like a relation, like a girlfriend? No, I haven't. I haven't.
He's still married, but he's about to try to, if that,
But
would you marry a lady from what you've seen in just interactions? Would you marry us? Would you be, if you were to ever get married again, would you marry a woman from South Africa?
Yes. That would be I would put like South Africa would be a country I would seek. But the jury is still out on my current situation, full disclosure.
Yeah.
But
But you're gonna go to Africa route, South Africa route for sure. Man, listen, no South African women are beautiful. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they are.
They beautiful.
We hope you.
And Zimbabwe women will help you fight. South African women will too. It will help you fight.
Yeah.
You know me, because I'm crazy. I like to get into it, so I need somebody to help me fight. Girl, get them off me, baby.
Yeah, you get
Stop yelling.
We'll run away and call the police. Anyway, but guys, anything else? We'll wrap this up.
I know the comments gonna be so
Yeah.
thick.
I want to say this because this might be a little controversial. I'm gonna say this though, and I'm not spreading I'm not painting all passport bros like this. But
Yeah,
the ideology, when you think about it, they have a Muslim ideology as far as how they view women, how they want to be in control, and how they want to protect women. And so on one hand, if people say that the way guys want to be in control or the way they want women to be submissive, if they think that's wrong, you're really saying Islam is wrong. And so we're not in a position, no one's in position to say what religion is right or wrong, right? So if it's okay for, let's say, Islam to practice things and control their women in a certain way, what's wrong with non-Muslims having that same ideology?
I'm gonna get canceled on this one. I'm gonna say I heard a lot of brothers talk about women in Black America, and one of the brothers was like, "Well, women want protection, but you cannot protect what you can't control." And let's just say, for example, this is Kangana, right? If I don't own this, I can't lead it. Now, that does not mean, shout out to you and Rachel, because, you know, I make a lot of mistakes and, you know, Rachel is just, this is the one like this, you know, all the time. I be ignoring them phone calls. So, and women, God did give them, that's why wisdom is a female word. Women do have wisdom that men cannot. And I'm the kind of person where I make a lot of bad decisions. I made one like 3 days ago. And, you know, I just say anything crazy. But you know, the thank God for the ladies that are on the team, because they're the ones that you know, that give me some level of sensibility. So women do have that particular gift to see things that men cannot. And I don't know everything. And that's how this business has flourished. So we're not denouncing that. But overall, I'm just gonna be honest. Most men want to be able to lead their family. If you look at most of the people that run the world, the whites, the Arabs, and the Asians, there is no denying what their intentions are with their family. They want to run not only their family, they want to run the whole world. They want to dictate to you what you can do in Africa and without even meeting you. That's how much they want to run something. And the black man, people not going to like it but for Africa and the black world to move, men have to want to, okay, yes, we're going to have some power sharing, and, you know, it's every relationship not going to be in equity. Some women are going to be stepping up more than others and sometimes have more control than others, which is okay. Them relationships can work too. But a real man is going to tell you, no, you're not going to be out there drinking tonight. No, you're not going to wear that. You need to be here. I don't want you over there. And the reason why I don't want you over there, because it's Christmas time and people be stealing. You may put some in your drink. You don't know these people, you know? And then when somebody knock you upside the head and you be there crying, well, what happened? Because we told you don't go over there. But a lot of women today want to just do whatever they want and expect that a man is still going to be there. No, because you're not following into the system. Things got rules, and men, we understand that. That's why when men understand, like if you put men in a prison environment, they're going to automatically be hierarchies and rules. Yep. Automatically. In sports, when we talk about the head coach controls the team, we know who the person is. If I say sit down, I expect you to sit down. Now, we know women going to have a problem with this, and I understand it. But in order for things to develop, you got to have order. Men like order. Then women going to complain about, well, these men are weak, they're not leading. Then when a black man come through and want to lead, you're going to have a problem with it. Because sometimes leadership, I'm going to tell you, don't do this. And you might not like to do it, but don't do this because it doesn't work. So you want to be able to do whatever you want to do anyway, not you personally. But a lot of ladies want to do whatever they want to do. You better start getting mad. And sometimes a lot of men got to protect women from their own decisions. And we have seen in the black, I'm not going to say this, in Black America, in a lot of urban areas where there has been no men in those facilities, what has happened? You know? Now these women are dating these men that don't have no leadership. Now the women complaining about how these boys are soft, they 50-50, they don't want to take care of a woman.
Preach.
Yeah, but that's because you don't have no men that's leading the community. So how are these boys gonna know? Now the boys is looking for the same thing y'all looking for. Mm-hmm. Some of them boys is looking for the same thing you want to look for.
Right.
Composition is real. Yeah, thank you for that. That was insightful. I hope the ladies
they're gonna be mad when you put these clips up.
Picked up on something.
Make sure it's No Excuse ENT that you guys go follow.
Yeah, but Rob, tell them where they can find you if they want to reach out.
You can reach me on YouTube at No Excuse ENT. Also, No Excuse Entertainment on Instagram as well. And I do have a second channel called the Passport Bros Podcast. You know, primarily for the fellas, just locker room talk, things of that nature. But No Excuse ENT on all social networks. Yeah.
How has life been as a passport bro?
Life, if you can afford it, it's good. It's, freedom to travel and spend a lot of time in different countries. The dollar spread out. Mm-hmm. I think it's it's good to be able to travel.
Okay.
You need to be hating on the passport bros in Africa.
No, there's hope for the
her
passport
and maintain.
Yeah. Where can they find you?
Don't mess with me.
Okay, there's that. You can send us an email at teamkenganda@gmail.com and follow us on all our social media pages at Kenganda Nation. Follow me at Janita Maya. I'll see you guys next time.